What?
To piggyback on what you said, the closest Walmart to me is the Brooklyn Center Walmart. Anybody that knows about that Brooklyn Center Walmart.
Tell me about it. I want to hear. I haven't been there.
First of all, that's one of the worst fucking Walmarts in this state. They need if Iraq shot a Scud missile or a bomb blew up in that mother, I wouldn't even fucking care. They'd be like, the Walmart in Brooklyn Center off Shingle Creek blew up. I'd be like, all right, whatever. So what we eating for dinner tonight, baby?
Yeah, that's why we go to Target, babe.
No, seriously. Like every time I walk up in there, I get hit, hey, you want to buy some weed? Nah, bro. Hey, want to buy my mixtape? Nigga, I'm here to buy some Tide. Leave me the fuck alone.
Are you not on Spotify? That's what I'd say. We like two people who buy mixtapes.
That is the worst Walmart of all Walmart. I know
is there a cop always there?
The cop is always
Cop's always there. That's how you know.
I want to add something about Walmart, okay? Do you notice that when you walk, because they don't have us at Target, when you walk into Walmart, there's a sign that said, did you leave any children in your vehicle unattended?
Nah.
Do you notice that?
I have not.
There is a sign on Walmart. Notice that says, "Did you leave your?" How many times did that happen that they had to make a sign? How many times did people leave their kids? They don't. That's not a Target.
Well, some of these kids are bad as fuck. So. But man, that Brooklyn Center Walmart is trash. And I actually got good customer service there one time, and I almost shot myself.
Yeah,
I was like,
one time.
I was like, God, what? I was like, am I at the Eden Prairie Walmart? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, who are you? This must be your first day because, I mean, I try to get help, and there's a couple of niggas just pushing the broom like over there pointing.
Yeah, just high as fuck.
Just high as fuck. Like, first of all, dog, pull your pants up and just show me where it's at. I'm just here to get tied, dog. Like.
2, 1, and we're live with number 189. We got a lot of people in this room because it's a very special podcast, everyone. We're with the one and only Gypsy Jones, the infamous Toxic King. But the real celebrity tonight is the young man looking over there in that fabulous hat and flannel, Freddy Joyce, host of the Freddy's World podcast that just recently broke the top 100 Apple podcast category in improv. Thank you so much for being here tonight, man. It means a lot for you coming over here, dude. Appreciate you.
First of all, thank you for having me. Real celebrity, I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
but, I'll take it. You know, I mean, I'm just happy to be here. You know, and just. I don't know why I'm holding on to this mic.
It's okay. No, you're doing good. Okay. You're doing good with that. Hold on to. I told about a fist away. You want to be at.
Okay, I just
roughly a fist away.
Okay, I just want to.
Sometimes you just want something to grab. Fucking throw
I'm just
all over the place.
I'm choking, like I'm in my Suge Knight mode right now, like choking the shit out of somebody. You know. Yeah, but I'm just happy to be here. You know. My podcast is on Apple's top 100, man. That's insane, man.
No, I went to my first national podcast meeting. I want to tell a little story of how I met Freddy over here. I'm not used to doing. I've never done these little networking meetings or whatever. I know Angela does them a lot. My buddy, our buddy Tad, he's all about like going to these like networking things. That was the first one I ever done. So I had a little nerve. I had some nerves and some butterflies like going into it right away. That's why I wanted someone to go with. So I bought Tad to go with me. But like you were someone like right away, someone like I could see was very approachable, easy to talk to, and was just wanted there to kind of like help people out, dude, and meet cool new people.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it was at Park Tavern, you know.
Yep.
Sorry, but eating that nasty ass pizza that they bought us there.
Hey, it tastes better when it's free.
Yeah, it was free, but Before I go anywhere, I just want to give a shout out to all the ladies out there. You know, shout out to the ladies, and just want to let you ladies know that you're beautiful, you're unique. You're your own person. So don't let social media confuse you or get you all down about because you don't look a certain way. You're beautiful no matter what. You are you, so just remember that, ladies.
They don't need filters, do they?
I mean, there are some bitches out there that do need those filters. Let's keep it real. Some of these bitches walking around looking like gargoyles and shit.
Okay, but don't be putting pics on your Tinder profile with filters. That's cheating. That's almost like that's a low level catfish. When you Toxic King knows if you're using filter on your dating profile, that is a low level catfish right there.
I don't understand the women that put the kids on the profile. I mean, I don't have kids, but I feel like in that situation, I will want to protect my kids.
No, you'd want to tell them later. I feel like, like you find someone that's really cool, you know what I mean, that you want to hang out with, and it's like a month after seeing it, or like, by the way, I got a kid.
Yeah.
Did she let you know right away about her kid?
Not right away.
After you got married.
Yeah.
oh, by the way. Okay.
Oh man.
About how long did she let you know?
It was like a week.
I came to LA after the first week.
When I went back to LA, I think we was on the phone. So
No, actually, the night we met, you asked you, but I didn't like talk like.
Man.
CTV radio says sheesh, and Freddy's a killer.
Well, first, I just want to say you guys are a beautiful couple. You know, you guys, like I said, I'll follow you on your social media. I always see the video, and I could tell like right away you guys are so in love, and I respect it. I hope you guys keep that going, and nothing but the best for you.
Thank you.
No
oh
problem.
my gosh, thank you so much. Yeah. What's crazy is the day before I met him, I did a podcast with Doug. And I said, well, I don't want anything to do with the guys. I only care about myself. And Doug said, you were right. He said, if someone came along that was like, swept you off your feet, like how like a teenage girl would be about Justin Bieber. Like if someone was that perfect, you would commit. And I was like, no, I wouldn't. And then I said, I need this and this and this and this. And every single thing I listed is.
Well, like I said, I could tell you guys are very happy together. Like I said, I follow you. Nothing but the best, you know. Hopefully, I can find the love that you guys.
I was about to say, how is Freddy? How is a guy like yourself single? You know what I mean? You got a fucking successful podcast, great, like high energy dude, very good style. You're always smiling, dude. I like when I was a kid, my basketball coach called me Smiley because I'm one of those people that's always smiling. I feel you got the smiley traits too in you, man.
Well, I'll thank my parents for that one. They're the one that made me, so I can't take all the genetic credit. As far as the style, you know, well, thank you for everybody's loving the hat and everything. I kind of feel like I look like a Mississippi pimp right now.
You do.
Yeah, like a sharecropper, you know, like pimping running my family. My great-great-grandfather was a pimp. He had his whole spick as cotton, you know. But yeah, but I'm glad everybody's digging a hat. Why am I single? You know what? That's tough. You know, I mean, I kind of feel some men and women, when they get into a new relationships, they bring old baggage from the past relationships, and that's kind of hard. You know, I mean, now I'm at the time now. It's just like, well, I'm a sexy 42 now. I just turned 42. There you go. Just had a birthday.
You look good for 42.
Yeah,
man.
I'm trying to keep up. You know, I mean.
You got a nice beard. I can't grow beards.
But yeah, relationships are hard, you know. Yeah. I mean,
but how do you differentiate between baggage and like experience? You know what I mean? Because I feel like everyone is going to try to, when they're entering their next relationship, they either have some sort of insecurities or they've learned something, whether it's good or bad, from past relationships that they're trying to watch out for and watch their steps when they're going into their new one. Like I think like everyone kind of has like some baggage that they're going to be carrying on with them.
We all do, but, but at the same time, if you have insecurities of your mate cheating on you, I don't think it's right to take it out on a new person, you know, just because you have a past issue.
No, but I think me and Andrew actually talked about this in the pod though. Like one thing that I've learned, because I used to like when I've been cheated on and I've cheated, so I've been on both sides of the coin. Like I know what each feeling is like, and I've started to learn like, instead of getting so defensive at my partner for her accusing me of like going out and cheating and whatnot, saying when I'm out with the boys, I kind of like I pick up my phone, I actually answer them like, babe, what's up? Like I'm right here, you know what I mean? I ain't cheating on you, ain't no bitches around, I'm just out here trying to have fun. I think I do whatever I can to make them feel more comfortable and try to help them get over their insecurities instead of just getting upset. And I used to do that. I feel like most people still do that. They get defensive and get upset, like, why don't you trust me?
Yeah, I want to add to that. Like what I was telling you before is there's a fine balance, right? You don't want to get into a situation where someone's constantly looking through your phone, and that'd be like fucking annoying to do that. However, you need to make someone feel comfortable, okay? Like for example, like 2 weeks after we were together, he went through my phone, right? And what did I say? I was like, listen, I get like, that's okay. If you want to go through my phone, you can do that because I love you and I want you to. But what the problem is sometimes when people do that, then people get annoyed and are like, oh, you bug, shut the fuck up. If you're going to accuse me, I'll just do it. Like that makes it worse. But I also get where it's just annoying to be hounded on things you're not doing. Yeah. So it's finding that balance to do that. And I just want to say one other thing about the baggage. That is the difference. You said a baggage or experience. Yeah. In experience, you don't make someone else suffer for it.
Yeah,
baggage, you
There
make
you
someone
go.
suffer.
Suffer
You
for it.
punish
Yeah,
them.
that's a good way
you
to
make
put it.
someone suffer for it. Where an experience, you learn, and experience is more something you learn internally, where baggage is more externally of how you view.
And I just kind of feel with the baggage, there are people out there that know.
100%.
And I don't think that's cool, and that causes a lot of friction in a relationship. And it's just like, well, I'm with this person, I mean, she's bringing past baggage from a past relationship because she has trust issues and he thinks I'm going to cheat. And I don't think that's fair to the new person. It's tough. Relationships are tough.
Yeah. Is it tough trying to meet someone being a young 42? Like,
Well, I'm still looking, talk that shit.
Yep.
But, yeah. But shout out to Biggie right there, real quick. The story about Biggie. He was my first guest on my podcast.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna jump back to that conversation later. I just want to shout out Biggie real quick.
Do your thing.
I was scared to do the podcast. I brought this concept up to a couple people, and they told me it wouldn't work. Because, like I said, I don't plan.
What was the original concept? Real quick, of Freddy's World.
I wanted to do like a 3-man. Kind of like have like black brothers talk about issues. Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Like something different. And the brothers I approached, they said it wouldn't work. So I'm just like, all right, whatever,
And were they like your homies? Were they random people?
There were people who I had respect for. Well, I still hold the utmost respect. I don't have no negativity.
Yeah.
Because negativity makes you age, first of all.
Yep.
And it's like I don't need to carry that, So Biggie was like my first guest. He was like the first person that told me after our first episode, BS, which is the one you heard about the hookers on Lake Street. After that episode, he was like, dude, you could do this. So he kind of hyped me up to do it. And that first episode, BS, we got in a lot of trouble because, especially with the Snapchat, not the Snapchat, but the OnlyFans comment I made.
Yeah.
Because this wasn't.
What'd you say on what's the OnlyFans comment?
This was OnlyFans was just starting out. So it wasn't really popping like it was. So when you look at OnlyFans, it was just women taking off clothes in front of the camera. So I called it lazy stripping. Mm-hmm. And at that time, like I said, OnlyFans wasn't popping off like that, but it's just like, why is all these women just taking off their clothes, just posing in front of the camera? I didn't know about women actually getting money off of it, which I applaud now. I even said that on a couple past episodes, like, hey, I made that comment about calling OnlyFans lazy stripping, but there's women out here getting the bag off of it, so I applaud it.
They're basically like webcam girls when you think about it. And it's an app developed for webcam girls.
Yeah, that's like I said, I wasn't looking at it back then, but that one, like that episode, I had a couple women like, hey, what the fuck of lazy stripping? Like, really, Freddie? I was like, well,
people were upset about that.
So there was a couple of girls I knew that was upset about it, but I said it. I didn't apologize for it because that's what I thought about it.
No matter what group you're a part of, like you're still, your head can get chopped off. You know what I mean? Like you're still vulnerable to getting made fun of and getting shots taken at. Doesn't matter if you're gay, doesn't matter if you're making OnlyFans, doesn't matter what color you are. Like everyone can deserve to get made fun of every now and then.
Yeah, and like I said, but I recorded a couple episodes after that, and I actually did research about OnlyFans, and women started making the bag. I'm like, and this was during when COVID was happening and everything. So I was like, I can't knock somebody for doing that, especially if they're getting money like that. They're not hurting anybody. Whatever. Do you, boo. Yeah. And I'll still say that to this day. Like, do you. If you're getting the bag off your OnlyFans, I salute you.
A lot of celebrities.
Yeah, there was. I think I watched a documentary on it. I watched some show about how OnlyFans started up on there. And a lot of people were pissed when the celebrities started getting into it. You know what I mean? Because that was like normal people's, like, that was their app. You know what I mean? That was their thing they could get into. Like, right away they got in and they were making all this money. And then you get all these big top celebrities getting into it. And everyone else is like, what the fuck? Like, let us have something, please. Like, without you getting into all this.
That baby made like $1 million in 6 hours.
In 6 hours. Yeah. Shit, I might do one, change my name to Coffee Cake,
Just wear the hat. Just wear the hat.
Just wear the hat.
And maybe some socks. Hat and socks.
Yeah, socks on the
cover
dick.
The top, cover the bottom.
No, just socks on the dick, in the hat, Socks on the dick, Coffee Cake, coming out of retirement, make a quick $16 and shut the game down.
You're probably going to need you're going to be one of those fucking extra long socks. Pull that shit way up.
No, but I salute the women that doing that. Hey, get your bag, boo. I'm not knocking it. So
yeah, I dated a girl that worked at Rick's Cabaret for a little bit, actually. So I don't have any. I'm the same way. And when we broke up, it had nothing to do with her stripping. She was just mean. Like, she was a mean. She was a mean girl. When we would hang out, she would like make fun of like fat people, like people's physical appearance. To me that's like one of the biggest turnoffs. Like, I don't know.
Wow.
There's just some things like you can't control in life. You know what I mean? Like the way
Doug,
you
that was Doug.
Yeah, the way you look is one of them. You know what I mean? So like to see her like kind of like make, and she was like serious about it too. She didn't say like I could take a joke. You know what I mean? Like sure, if you make like a crack a joke at someone being ugly, but she was like, you could tell she actually did not like unattractive people.
How often did you talk about fat people, and how would it be brought up?
Often enough when we'd go out to eat and stuff. You know what I mean? She'd be like, oh, look at that person over there. Disgusting.
Damn, yeah, that's fun. Hey, I'm just saying that as a big guy, there's been a couple buffets I've been to and I put down. So I mean, hey, I don't give a fuck.
Hell yeah, man. Me too. God bless you.
Brother, go eat.
That's crazy though. The way someone. That's how you need to judge someone. Like if you're ever out,
how they treat other people.
Notice how they treat the waiter or someone they don't get someone out of.
No, and that's a better way to put it. Like I saw how she would treat other people and act to other people. Even though she was nice to me and we'd have good sex, but like the way I saw how she would treat and like say things about other people, like fucking red flag and major turn off.
Yeah, that's a major turn off. And actually that person is fucking ugly the way how they treat other people.
Yep.
Like the waitress staff or the bartender. Yep. Speaking of bartender, I know you got some stories because I used to bounce.
Yeah.
Downtown.
Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit. I actually bartended at the club these two men at. I don't think I was there. I don't know if I was there that specific night or not, but I did work at Rain nightclub.
When I think of you, whenever I hear Pooh Shiesty, I think of you working there. There's always a fight.
I have PTSD from that place. And I have PTSD from Back in Blood by Pooh Shiesty. Because every time they play, dude, I swear to God, every time they played that song, a fight would break out within a matter of minutes. See, that's every single time.
See, when I bounced, I worked at the white clubs, man. I mean, I ain't got time to be ducking bullets.
That, like the Ice House was like. You ever heard of the Ice House?
Yeah, I heard of the Ice House, yeah.
It used to be the spot.
Yeah, it used to be the spot.
It used to be before COVID. I remember. I don't know if it's still a thing or not anymore.
I don't know. Like I said, the farthest I go to the Loop West End because I live in Robbinsdale and the West End area is kind of more my age range, you know. So I mean, I'm older, and plus, when I go out, which I don't drink. I'm 8 months sober.
Yeah,
but it's
congrats.
I still like
That's
to
awesome.
go. I still like to go out and be social, but when I go, I don't like dealing with all that extraness. So.
Like me too. Like I give props to you if you're able to. Anyone who's able to go out and tolerate hanging out with drunk people being stone cold sober.
Well, like I said, I used to bounce, so
you're kind of used to it.
Yeah, and some of the places I used to work at, I mean, I couldn't drink. Birdtown.
You said Pooh Shiesty, that's my dog. But Pooh, you know I'm really shiesty. That's everyone's favorite line in that song.
So, I haven't even heard of it.
Oh, after we get done, I'll play it for you. Watch the music video. Watch the music video. Looks like a very friendly group of gentlemen.
A friendly group of gentlemen.
Very friendly group of gentlemen.
Just a bunch of niggas waving guns and flashing money. Yeah, that's how I go.
You know something funny? I went to Monarch. We went to Monarch, and
I've never been there.
I didn't know one because it's like Chicago. Like music where I didn't recognize one song. We were there for like an hour and a half. I didn't know one song. I was like, wow, that's next level.
Hey, I still like my 90s hip hop. So because like I said, I'm old. Like I'm old school. Give me some old school Motown and 90s hip hop. I'm cool, man. Like, like if I meet a woman and if I can't play no Teddy Pendergrass or Marvin Gaye or no Jodeci, she's got to fucking go, man.
See, I've only heard of Marvin Gaye out of those two, but I'm younger though.
Yeah. So you gotta step it up, but I just sometimes like I can't do the young girls, man. She's like, hey, can you play NBA YoungBoy? Like, I watch the NBA game, bitch. Hold on.
It's not young. It's never broke again. I'm correct.
Whatever. Whatever.
Get it right. Yeah.
No, I just.
It's not young. No, I said the same shit for our young NBA, and then I learned it's never broke again. Boy.
I didn't know. Like I said, I feel like I'm so out of touch with this new hip hop. You know, I mean, there's a couple cats like I like the Kendrick. You know, I did like Drake's first album. The second one, he kind of sang too much for me. I mean.
I'll still bump Drake. I feel like he's my spirit animal. I feel like Drake made it cool for guys to be in touch with their emotions.
I mean, LL Cool J was the first rapper to do that, though, when he made ID
Was
Love.
he? Maybe back. Okay,
LL Cool J was the first rapper.
Fair. Maybe they do. There's rappers that do that for each generation. For my generation, like Drake made it cool for guys to be in touch with their emotions and like for us to express our feelings.
Hey, LL Cool J, when he made ID Love, man, I wanted a troop jacket back in the 80s. I wanted a troop jacket, you know, be on the playground, be like, listen, when I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall. You know?
Okay, I remember that one.
He was the first rapper to ever do it, man. I mean,
they all copy each other. They all have same, So going back to like when you first started off the podcast, Freddy's World, you know what I mean? Freddy's World, and you had all these doubts in people that were telling you like, nobody's going to listen to you. Oh, you can't do that. How did you kind of break through that? And did you deal with any like sort of like anxiety or pressures like when you were first talking in front of a microphone, you know what I mean? And trying to figure out where, like how when you're still kind of laying down the foundation for your podcast and figuring out where you want to go with it.
I mean, there was a little bit of doubt saying like, man,
it gets in your head.
It does get in your head with the, like I said, I tried it out. COVID was happening. So I was just like, if this first episode, I'll be done. I was scared to do it. So like I said, shout out to Biggie, you know, Jason, you know, he did my first episode, which was called BS. We put it out there and people were just fucking digging it, man. Like we talked about everything. It was just something you heard like in a black barbershop from two black guys or something the two drunk uncles would say at the barbecue. Like we went in, we recorded it in the Apple Valley Library.
Nice. Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome.
Yeah, we were like in the conference room recording it and we're sitting there cracking up and you got all these people looking like, and you got two black dudes, big black dudes like Jason's like 6'4", 350. He ain't a small dude. And we're just in there like cracking the fuck up, like laughing hard, you know. But that's one of my favorite episodes I recorded because it's my first one, you know. And
the first one will always be special, no matter what.
Man, and it just took off. So after that, I was like, man, I can do this, you know. And I just started recording. Then I had my buddy Nicola Flim. He's been one of my biggest inspirations to get sober. And that episode was called Life Cycle. So he talked about how he stopped drinking and drugs and all that. Yep. That one touched a lot of people. That episode, I had people like message me on Facebook or send me text messages like, hearing that episode made me want to get help. And I was like, wow, that episode touched a lot of people. It's
actually changing people's lives.
Yes, but I also had episodes when I had that sex therapist, you know, and I talked about my first time for 30 seconds, you know. I mean, hey.
And you had a sex therapist on your podcast? I got to listen to that one.
Yeah, the sex therapist. Yeah, that was fun, you know, because we just talked about sex and the myths, and I talked about my first time, you know. I mean, it was scheduled for 12 rounds, but a nigga got knocked out in the second round, you know. Let's keep it real.
I got knocked out in the first.
Like let's just straight up. But yeah, I enjoy all my episodes, and I'm recording season 3 tomorrow, you know, with my buddy Josh Taylor. So, you know, and he's got a book coming out. It's gonna be on Amazon so we're gonna dive into the book, and he used to promote while I was working downtown. So I'm trying to get my mom on.
Really?
You know, I think that'd be awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, my mom has heard a couple of my episodes. She found out shit.
What does she think about? Yeah. See, I told my mom right away. I was like, Mom, there's going to be things you wish you didn't hear about it. You know what I mean? I've allegedly done like a lot of different types of drugs, and I didn't want my mom hearing about that kind of stuff. But I let her know. I was like, you can listen to this shit at your own risk. You know, do whatever you want.
Yeah, but
what stuff did your mom hear that she was upset about?
Pretty much all the cussing right now. You know, all the cussing. You know, but. She is a dream guest. I would love to have my mom on there. I'm gonna try to get my mom on there just to hear her stories, like why she moved out.
Yeah.
So this is a single black woman raised in 2 black Gary, Indiana.
Yeah. Did you ever meet your real dad at all? If you don't mind me asking.
Yes. I never met my biological father, but I had 2 amazing. I had an amazing stepdad that stepped in and like these are my kids.
That's amazing. And there needs to be more stepdad, like people in there really like that. Like go and talk about like tying that back into women not having kids in like their Tinder profiles or whatever. Yeah. I think the ones that do, like they do that because they want to be like, hey, you know, I'm this is a package deal. You know what I mean? You're not just dating me, you're dating my kid too. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna swipe right on me, you're signing up to be a father for my kid.
Yeah,
as well.
I get that. I just don't think website is like a platform that.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Because
that's too much.
I mean, now once we start going out, like, and I have been on dates when for 3 dates, the women like, hey, meet the kid. I'm like, we not there yet, like.
But see, I think what number's appropriate though? You know, because when I started dating I dated the stripper that worked at Rick's. Our first date, she was a single mom. So she had to bring her kid with. You know, she didn't, unless you were going to pay a bunch of money for a babysitter. Yeah. But I didn't care at the time. So it kind of depends on everyone's situation, I guess.
Yeah, it does. You know, I just wouldn't meet, like, if I was a single dad, like,
right.
No woman would meet my child
that fast.
It was that fast.
100%.
After 3 days, like, here you go. You know, I mean, but hey, we're in the generation now where there's grandparents are in their 40s. It's not like my mom's generation. Like my grandma is 60. My mom is, well, I don't know how old my mom is because she lies about her age. Yeah, she's still waiting for me to have grandbabies, you know? And I'm like, I have friends that they're my age and they're grandparents already. I'm just like, hey, that's cool for you, but I don't know how I feel if I was a grandfather in my 40s, to be honest with you. I feel 40 is still young, especially now.
It is.
You know, and
40 is the new 30, I feel like.
Yeah.
And people are a lot more I feel like people who are 40 now, they're a lot more active than people who are 40s like in the past. Like, people are a lot more healthier, you know what I mean, nowadays.
And I'm just happy now that I'm not a kid when my grandma, when my I can't even talk now.
It's all good. CTV Radio says, I think the third date is appropriate.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
I have this friend that her and the guy that she had a kid with broke up like weeks before they had the baby. So when the baby was 2 weeks old, they both were meeting people at Applebee's off Tinder. Like if a guy showed up or a woman with a 2-week-old baby, isn't that a little intrusive?
Yeah.
Well, isn't that terrible?
First of all, Applebee's is bomb. I ain't knocking Applebee's shit.
Half price appetizers.
Appetizers.
Spot.
When I was drinking, they margs were on head. Like, I need some margs in this bitch. Give me those margs and those jalapeno poppers.
They had they got the $1 Long Islands and $1 margaritas and shit now. I don't know if they're still doing that, but they were doing that at one point.
Yeah. Hey, when I was drinking, Applebee, every man has a creeping spot.
Yep.
Applebee's in Minnetonka was like my creeping spot.
That was your creeping spot?
Because I would not run into anybody I know, you know, and it's just like, if the date doesn't go well, fuck it, I'll just get fucked up and just be like, hey, Nancy, can I get some more jalapeno poppers over here?
Was that the spot you bring all your dates to, that Applebee's? Here comes Freddy in with another one.
Actually, yeah, because every man has like a creeping spot. And ladies, I'm just gonna say this to put you, just say that every man has a creeping spot.
Yep.
And you go out with the girl that not your first round or second round pick, but the third, fourth round.
Yeah.
You know? And she wants to go out like, man, let's just go down.
Halftime Wreck was my creeping spot in St. Paul off of Grand. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Halftime Wreck. It's a cool little dive bar. It's kind of like in a residential neighborhood, but they got bocce bar down there. So that was what I thought was cool. Bocce bar, it's like, it's when you're just, I don't know, you're throwing balls in like this thing of sand. You're trying to knock people's balls out and shit. Think of it as what they're doing with the things with the ice when they slide the thing out and they try to get in the circle. That, but in a pit of sand is the best way I can describe bocce ball. CTV Radio says, that's a hell no. I'm not waiting because you got to go pump in the bathroom. That's awesome. I'm sorry to bring a message chat from your boy there real quick.
Shout out to Biggie, man. Like I said, if without him, I wouldn't have done my podcast. So, I mean, I owe him a lot. And there are some other guys I want to big up in the podcast. My guy, Rashad Buckner, Patrick Pogue, a.k.a. Shoebox P. This guy can get any sneaker, soul stories. They're on Apple, Spotify, and Anchor as well.
But you don't even need people judging by, like, after listening to his last podcast, The Richfield Hustle, which, by the way, we're kind of in his old stomping grounds right now. It was 100% solo. There's some really good storytellers in this world. You're one of them. Like you have one of those personalities where you can just sit down, you can tell a story from back in your high school days and whatnot, and it was so engaging. And like when I was listening to it, it's like one of those things. It was engaging to the point where I was like, all right, I'm gonna check out Freddy's podcast. You know what I mean? So I can get to learn a little bit about him. And then like before I knew it was over. Like I listened to the whole thing. Like it went by that quick.
Yeah,
and it was awesome.
And I love the Richfield hustle. If some of y'all haven't heard it, I'm just going to pretty much just give you like a brief overview. So my senior year of high school, we had to do community service for us to graduate. So I wound up working to an attendance office. I used to collect the attendance from the classrooms, and they showed me how to do the computer system. So it was easy for me to kind of like hack the computer system and start changing people's, if they were in class or not. So I knew how to excuse absences and tardies, and I would charge people $1 a class. So pretty much I made $100 a day every day doing that at my high school. Like I was working at Wendy's, and I quit my job at Wendy's because I got sick of making Frosties and Junior Bacon cheeseburgers. I was making $100 a day. And the best part about the story is I never got caught. The school like kept it so underground, like none of the administrations. So yeah, it's called the Richfield hustle. Yes.
That's great. Well, I just want to add to that. That story right there shows that if you want to make money, you can make money and you can fuck out. No one has an look at how you found a way to hustle.
Yeah.
When you want to hustle, when you want to make money, like there's no excuse. Like you figure it out. Like that's a perfect example.
Yes. And I ain't gonna lie. I didn't save the money. You know, I was 18, stupid, 98, and you're going to Sam Goody. My CD game was on point on Tuesdays at Sam Goody.
I miss Sam Goody.
Every Tuesday. I was like, let me get that DMX, that Eminem, that Ghostface. Let me get that ghetto dope, Bourbons and Lax, you know? I mean, track 17.
That's when you first, like, when you think about it, like, that planted the seed for you just being an entrepreneur and really, like, hustling for yourself and working on something for Freddy, you know?
And like I said, that's how I feel with the podcast.
Yeah.
And like I just
planted the seed for it, doing your own thing.
And I just feel like I hustle this podcast 24/7. Like if I meet somebody new, if they ask what do, I bring up my podcast.
Yeah.
I don't bring up my day job.
See, I give props to you. I don't do that. Like I do bring up the podcast, but it's not the first thing. Like after hearing you tell me that, it's like, man, I want to start doing that. You own it though. Like you let people know, like I'm Freddy, I have the podcast. Like this is who I am. My day job isn't who I am. I feel like probably one of the first things, like if you first say whatever occupation you say first when you first meet somebody new, that's like chances are that's what you identify with the most.
Yeah, and like I say, it has opened up some doors for me. Like I said, I got to be in Mac Ear's video, Money on My Mind. Shout out to Mac Ear for casting me. Shout out to my guy Boog Money out in Atlanta. You know, I mean, he's a Minnesota local artist. Well, he's a legend in the South Side, you know, and he's down in Atlanta. He's writing a couple movies, and he's coming back up here to start filming. So cast your boy, dog. Give us a small role. But yeah, I just want to give him a shout out. Shout out to my boy Gabe. His song Truth is on iTunes. Is doing very well. His song Meet Up, one of my biggest supporters. He's always sharing my shit. He's down in Atlanta, you know, killing it as well. So yeah, I got more shout outs later. You know, I'm not trying to do the black thing and do like 90-minute shout outs all day, every day. You know, I mean,
get the whole neighborhood on there.
Get the whole South Side, you know.
Everyone's kid on there too.
Yeah, everyone's kid. Yeah, I get a shout out to like 8 of my baby's mamas. Maria, let me back in the house, baby. I'm trying to get my life together, you know.
Yep.
I'm done with the hustling and well, I don't sell cocaine no more. I sell cocaine and baby clothes, you know.
We cracked the top 100, baby. Let me see my kid again.
Yeah, let me see little Freddy. You know, I'm selling cocaine and baby clothes.
Judge, I cracked the top 100 in Apple Podcasts. Yeah. I deserve to see my kid now.
I got 8 balls and Oshkosh Bagosh in the trunk if you need that. I got you, you know.
So what was your main motivation for getting sober? Were you boozing a lot, or you doing a lot?
I was more social. Like I was more social. It's not like I sat down and like killed a bottle by myself. It's like my drink of choice was Crown.
Okay.
So
Crown and what? 7 Coke.
Now I love like Crown and Coke or Crown and ginger ale.
Okay.
Crown Apple, Mountain Dew. You know, that was a dope mix. But yeah, I was more of a social like drinker. Every time I come home, I would like make one cocktail.
Yep.
Cause just to take the stress off. But yeah, just when
you felt like it was getting to be too much, though? Or?
I don't think it was too much. I just felt like I need to change. And I was drinking in high school, so I mean, That's a long time.
Without taking any breaks at all.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You may not have been a big drinker, but you were drinking, consistently for 20 years.
At the high school parties and in college like in college, I was drinking 99 bananas. That shit is gasoline.
I remember that
right
shit.
There.
I remember that stuff, yep.
But I just remember it was the Super Bowl last year in February. I remember going to the bathroom and I just looked in the mirrors like, I got to change. And ever since then, I stopped. And like I said, I'm 8 months sober. You never realize how much alcohol does damage to your body till you like start reading and looking at stuff on YouTube. It's like, damn, it's bad. It's a lot. It's a lot that could take the toll. And I've seen what alcohol could do to people as well. Just for like the health issues and them becoming a different person as well. So that was another thing. But yeah, I'm happy. 8 months sober. I feel great. No hangovers in the morning. I feel like my mind is much more clear. I'm much more motivated. Like I get up in the morning, still do my 3-mile walks like after work or on the weekends before, but I got to get that gym membership.
The mental clarity you get from being sober, like, is second to none. I've noticed. Even if I just have like a few White Claws or a few beers or whatever at the end of my day, I'm a little lethargic getting up in the morning. Compared to when you're stone cold sober, you're able to wake up and just get out of bed. Angela, you know all about that life. Like,
yeah, I'm over, and it's like, no, it's true. Like, no one smokes a joint and beats their wife, but like this rage and anger comes out with, like, I would, become excellent, and for what? I don't get like that sober, and I don't know why people choose. Well, actually, I know why, because it's hard to break your own self-sabotage, and you choose to put that in them and then to turn into them.
Yeah, and one thing I have, I've never been like a big pot smoker, but I broke my kneecap 4 years ago, so I still used to suffer from pain. And I'm a big fan of edibles. I'm a big fan of marijuana, and especially for health benefits.
Absolutely. Especially over like when it comes for pain things and whatnot too. Like compared to like what you do. Did you ever get on any like oxys or some really strong painkillers when you first got your injury?
First got it, I don't remember what they gave me, but I didn't get hooked on anything. But they wanted to do like the cortisone shots and all that, and I started taking edibles, and my knee feels great. I'm a big marijuana supporter. I mean, I don't smoke blunts after blunts, or I don't really smoke at all. I'm more of an edible guy. It has worked wonders for my knee. I mean, it's just sad that we still have, especially a lot of black and brown, still locked up for shit that people are making money out of. Like, look at Denver. I mean, when they legalized it, they put a tax on it and they fixed all their highways and roads.
Yeah.
So it still boggles me that, especially black and brown, are getting locked up for these marijuana charges. Marijuana is a plant.
Right.
It's a plant.
As fucked up as to say, sometimes I feel like it's still legal like that. So to keep people locked up, you know what I mean? It's to keep the control on everything. Because there's probably a large percentage of people in jail right now for some petty weed charge.
Oh yeah, especially black and brown, man. And just think if Minnesota had the smarts and legalized marijuana and put a tax on it like they did in Denver, 35W would have been fixed like 3 years ago, God damn it. Like, shit, that project would have been done.
I'm surprised we haven't already. We're a pretty far left state, you know what I mean? So I feel like we're very progressive too. So to me, it's a little, we're very progressive, but we're very, like, we have traditional values at the same time, you know what I mean? Fuck, it wasn't up until just like a year or two ago, well, we couldn't even buy, liquor stores were closed on Sundays.
Yeah.
So it's like that alone took a while. Just for us to buy alcohol on a Sunday took years for us to get approved.
I just feel Minnesota is just behind in general when it comes to everything, like with the music and they're just behind in general.
They're the last ones to catch the wave.
Yeah, they're the last to catch the wave. It's always been like that. I mean, we got conservatives. They just don't know what the hell they're doing, man.
Yeah. They're out in the country, though. It's weird. Like, all the conservatives in Minnesota, they're out in the country, but we're still a very blue, like, predominantly blue state, I think. They did just vote, which I was bummed about, but I'll be honest, I didn't take the time to go out and vote, so I can't be too mad about it. But from my understanding, it was on this past Tuesday, they did the vote to restructure the police system. It wasn't to completely abolish it. Yeah. But Freddy, you can correct me if I'm wrong, and if you know about this. From my understanding, it was they were voting to restructure it where it's like, say if there's a 13-year-old kid that's just got some really bad mental health issues and he's banging his head against the wall, doing whatever, and the parents, they can't handle what to do, so they call the cops. things like that, like cops shouldn't be dealing with. Someone like some sort of therapist or social worker, like should be dealing with those type of situations. And from my understanding, they were voting to restructure the police so cops aren't wasting time going to deal with stuff that they aren't trained to do. But unfortunately, the vote did get shut down, which means things are just gonna stay the same, which obviously aren't working.
Yeah. Like I'm for that, but I'm not for defunding the police either, because I have friends that are black cops that are actually out there making a difference, and I feel one bad apple shouldn't spoil it. I mean, there should be some retraining involved with how they do
restructuring.
Restructuring. But I don't think I'm not going to sit here and penalize every cop, because I met good cops, I met assholes cops.
Absolutely.
And I met a lot of brothers that are cops in North Minneapolis that are out there making a difference. So that shit that I'm not going to say his name for going on, because he's not worth mentioning to me, for being on Floyd's neck, that was terrible. But I'm not going to penalize black cops that are trying to make a difference. I don't think they should get crucified because they're out here doing their job and making a difference and actually care about the community, and so that's how I feel about it. I mean, there should be some restructuring and training, especially how they handle shit, because like I said, we all came across.
I feel like there's a lot of shit that people call the cops for that they don't actually need to be there for.
Karens.
Yeah, Karens. Yeah.
Yes, Karens.
And like if someone's too drunk at Applebee's and doesn't want to pay their tab, you don't need to call the cops for that. Call someone make
calm
the call
down.
about it.
Sharon, calm down at Applebee's. We are not giving you no more marks.
Yeah.
Calm down, Sharon. We ran out of nachos, Sharon. Calm down.
She needs to not. She's not only going to ask him to talk to the manager. She's asking him to talk to the fucking police.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do the Karens get out of that? Like, why do they always? I'm calling the police. Fuck.
People have nothing better to do nowadays, I guess. I mean, the Karens are out of control. The what's the male equivalent for the Karens? Like, what are the Brads?
Chads.
The Chads.
What are they like?
Maybe.
What are they like? Like, you know how the Karen is the Karen haircut? What is the guy version of?
He has like a golf shirt tucked in with like his shorts pulled up high. Like the guy, he looks like he probably pays like 60, 80s for his weed. Someone you can just tax super hard on everything. He pays fucking 60, 80s. And he brags. He doesn't just pay it. He goes out and brags about it. He goes home and he's like, dude, I got fucking 60, 80s, boys. We're going after it tonight. Yeah, we're getting after it tonight. I know one of my buddies is like that. Like, he would try, like, if he would get a deal on some good bud, like he only wanted to buy expensive shit. He correlated it, the more expensive it was, the better it was. And then one of our friends, like, he tried to hook him up on like an ounce. He's like, I thought you said this shit was dank, dude. This is only $200 an ounce. And my buddy's like, yeah, it is, dude. Like, I'm hooking you up. He's like, nah, like I need that 300 a zip only shit. I need that 300 a zip only shit, bro. Don't be coming and giving me that stuff.
300 zip.
Yeah. It's weird how some people just correlate the more expensive it is, the better it is. They do that with everything.
But yeah, those people, you know who else are scary?
Oh,
white crackheads. White crackheads are some scary motherfuckers, man. A white crackhead will walk in any hood and try to you drop some shit.
Yeah, no.
A white crackheads are scary. Like growing up in Gary, Indiana, I have seen white crackheads. I mean, that's the only time they was in Gary, Indiana, was to score drugs, Just seeing the white crackheads that's rolling in the black neighborhood by themselves, don't give a fuck. Like, y'all seen Skeeter?
Yeah.
Well, y'all know what Skeeter is?
See, the Skeeter I think of is from Doug. Actually, when he honks his nose.
Y'all know Skeeter? Like, that motherfucker took our money. We gonna find that motherfucker. Because they always get fucked over, because, hey, they're white, in a black neighborhood trying to score whatever.
You want to tell me about how R. Kelly now has the same lawyer as Bill Cosby? This was new information to me.
I read that today. I was like, what the fuck? What he did was fucked up. Don't get me.
R. Kelly or Bill Cosby?
Both.
Okay, yeah.
Both of them. BOFF. Both of them. BOFF. Both of them. But I had conversations with friends about the R. Kelly situation. Like, he gonna get his ass kicked in jail and blah blah blah. And I'm like, is he? Just think about it. All those dudes got girls still waiting for him to get out. Valentine's Day will be coming up. You know they gonna hit R. Kelly up like, hey, bro, if I get you some ramen and some honey buns when I talk to my girl Rochelle, you think you can sing a couple bars for her on the song?
Yeah.
That's smart.
Like, just
that's
think
a
about
side
no,
hustle.
seriously.
That's
Yeah.
smart.
Just
Think about that. Yeah.
Just think about it. You locked up with R. Kelly, Valentine's Day coming. That's the best gift you could get your woman. Like,
Yeah.
you locked up. A song, just sing a couple verses of Ignition, or I Believe I Can Fly. Like,
That's awesome.
I mean, that, and it's like, he's like, y'all got to think about the dude who was killing all the prison talent shows before R. Kelly got there. You know, I mean, the dude was probably pop locking, singing. He sees R. Kelly in there. He's like, I ain't winning this prison talent show no more
Yeah,
because
fuck.
R. Kelly's coming in. So it's like,
But he's the probably dude that's trying to get him whacked in jail. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
He
yeah,
can't
he doesn't
have
want him taking over.
he
Yeah.
can't have R. Kelly coming in and taking over. So you got him trying to whack R. Kelly, but then R. Kelly's he's going to get his mob of defenders in there.
Oh,
he's got
yeah.
enough
The groupies?
money. Yeah,
he's gonna get his
Guy
groupies.
groupies.
Is he locked up right now?
Yeah, he's still locked up. Yeah, but I just thought, like, him hiring Bill Cosby, like, I was like, God damn, dude, like, what? Like, shit, that's
Yeah. How much time did Bill Cosby do? And he got charged with a lot of shit. Didn't
somebody
he?
fucked
Like,
up with that process. He did, I think, like 8-9 months, and before they
That was
released
it? Let's see, he didn't even do a full year?
I don't think he did maybe he did do a full year. Don't quote me. If somebody knows, let me know. But but somebody that prosecution fucked up. I mean, what he did, I mean, I wasn't born around that time. I mean, people partied different.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of those women fucked him because he was Bill Cosby.
Yeah. It's
But
weird to think
at the same time, for him doing that, fucked up, man.
It's weird to think of like even
3 years.
someone.
He did 3 years.
Oh, he did 3 years. Okay.
Yeah, I knew it was.
Yeah.
I knew. See, it's weird to think that someone who has such a higher status as Bill Cosby, like he's one of the most famous people in the world. You know what I mean? There's like you have your like celebrities, and you have like your your superstar celebrities. Like Bill Cosby was even above that. Like everyone knew who Bill Cosby
even though he was up in that level, he was such a hater to his own.
Really?
He
to
hated
the black community.
Yes, he hated Def Comedy Jam. He hated Richard Pryor because they cussed. This is all facts. He hated Eddie Murphy. Like we watch Eddie Murphy Raw. Eddie Murphy does a stand up in that movie when he's mocking doing Bill Cosby because Bill Cosby called him because he cussed too much.
I don't get that. You can't swear, but I'll rape people. Like, how does that work?
But Bill
That's
Cosby was like one of the biggest haters. Like he hated Def Comedy Jam, and Def Comedy Jam gave us so many stars like the Bernie Macs, the Steve Harveys, the Dave Chappelle.
Fucking love Bernie Mac.
Yeah. Speaking of Dave Chappelle, fuck this cancel culture right now, man. That's ridiculous.
That's my guy, man.
But you know what? I'm not afraid to say it on here. Like, no, it's 2021. Nobody cares like what you're into nowadays. If you're into guys or into girls, you're into both, or what you identify as. It goes back to what I said earlier. You can still be made fun of. You know what I mean? And I'm starting to notice everyone like from that community. As soon as a big name celebrity cracks a joke at them, with no like really like malicious intent, they try to cancel them. Kevin Hart did the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin Hart got put through the ringer for them too. He made that one gay joke. He went like Dave Chappelle has a skit about it. He's like, he made a gay joke and then he went and apologized on every talk show in America about it. But it's not just Dave Chappelle, but any celebrity who makes a joke about that community, they try to cancel them.
Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay used to do it in the 80s. Like I remember he made a joke that said the gays that want to be treated equally, give them half off Vaseline and gerbils.
Yeah.
And that's way more than what everybody.
Right.
But it's like
It's different times nowadays.
Yeah.
It's all about like people on the left, like it's all about like feelings. Like you should never hurt someone's feelings. Like I don't think a lot of these people's intentions is to hurt someone's feelings. It's just plain fun. It's about this is gonna make people laugh. Like this is funny. If someone like when people take shots at me, I laugh at them.
Yeah.
You have to have that sense of humility and that sense of humor about things.
Yeah, one thing I do hate about this generation is when it comes to sports, everybody gets a trophy. I'm not with that.
Me neither.
I'm not with that. I'm sorry. Like I don't have kids, but my kid was in football and he came and his team come in last place and he got a trophy. I'd be like, what the fuck is that? No, you
why
got
did
it.
they do that?
I
People don't have to work hard anymore?
Yeah,
like, what the fuck is like the reward for that?
Yeah, what's the reward of working hard, coming back and beating that team that whooped y'all asses last year and coming back? But this whole everybody gets a participation trophy.
Yeah.
No.
They use kids' mental health to justify it, but their thinking is inverted, right? Because they're saying like we have to give everyone a participation trophy for this because if not, they're gonna feel bad for their mental health. You know what I mean? But really, I think in the long term of things, you're actually fucking with their mental health even more so by rewarding them with everything they do no matter what. Because what happens when they do graduate high school and then they're out there in the real world and they don't get rewarded for doing their job? Like they're rewarding. My boss always used to say, "I'm not gonna thank you for you doing your job." No, you know what I mean? Like, well, I was like, I'm not gonna say thank you for you showing up on time. That's your fucking job.
That is true.
But that's
that
what they're
job.
doing with kids now. They're thanking them for just showing up to play. And what happens what's gonna happen when they graduate high school and they go on to 18 and they don't get thanks for doing their job anymore?
Yeah, or they don't. Some of this generation, they don't even have people skills.
You know,
they don't have no people skills. At my job, we had like a couple interns, and we had this one that was always on her phone. It's like she like cake through high school.
Hold on, I would add to that.
Okay.
That I was telling my husband. Lately, if I'm somewhere and I get really good customer service, I'm shocked. I'm like, oh my gosh, that person's actually really helpful and they want to help. And then we were talking and I was like, that's really sad that like I'm beyond shocked if I'm like at a store and someone gives good customer service. Like think about that.
yeah.
Like that's sad that it's such a surprise to find someone that's good at their job or that actually cares about, you know, like there'll be someone that like, oh, I need to find this. They're like, oh, if it's not there, then it's not and walk away, you know?
Yeah.
And then there's someone that actually will help.
They'll go
find
actually
something.
check in the back. You know
Which
what?
is
It's
rare.
not here. Let me go
Which is
see if we
rare.
got that shit in the back.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
wow, like my
holy
jaw
shit.
dropped. I'm like, oh my gosh, this person's really helpful. What?
To piggyback on what you said, the closest Walmart to me is the Brooklyn Center Walmart. Anybody
Is that a rough one?
anybody that knows about that Brooklyn Center Walmart.
Tell me about it. I want to hear. I haven't been there.
First of all, that's one of the worst fucking Walmarts in this state. They need if Iraq shot a Scud missile or a bomb blew up in that mother, I wouldn't even fucking care. They'd be like, the Walmart in Brooklyn Center off Shingle Creek blew up. I'd be like, all right, whatever. So what we eating for dinner tonight, baby?
Yeah, that's why we go to Target, babe.
No, seriously. Like every time I walk up in there, I get hit, hey, you want to buy some weed? Nah, bro. Hey, you want to buy my mixtape? Nigga, I'm here to buy some Tide. Leave me the fuck alone.
Are you not on Spotify? That's what I'd say. Be like, two people like buy mixtapes.
That is the worst Walmart of all Walmart. I know
is there a cop always there?
The cop is always
Cop's always there. That's how you know.
I want to add something about Walmart, okay? Do you notice that when you walk, because they don't have us at Target, when you walk into Walmart, there's a sign that said, did you leave any children in your vehicle unattended?
Nah.
Do you notice that?
I have not.
There is a sign on Walmart. Notice that says, "Did you leave your?" How many times did that happen that they had to make a sign? How many times did people leave their kids? They don't. That's not a Target.
Well, some of these kids are bad as fuck. So. But man, that Brooklyn Center Walmart is trash. And I actually got good customer service there one time, and I almost shot myself.
Yeah,
I was like,
one time.
I was like, God, what? I was like, am I at the Eden Prairie Walmart? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, who are you? This must be your first day because, I mean, I try to get help, and there's a couple of niggas just pushing the broom like over there pointing.
Yeah, just high as fuck. You can tell
just high as fuck. Like, first of all, dog, pull your pants up and just show me where it's at. I'm just here to get tied, dog. Like, God damn. Like, that is the worst wall, especially if you go there like the first of the month when people are about to trying to send money like that. What is it called? Like MoneyGram?
Yeah.
Oh, and
is that still even a thing right now?
Yeah.
That's still a thing.
It's still a thing in the Brooklyn Center Walmart.
Okay.
Yes, there's a
even with Venmo and all this other technology and shit now.
It's still there. There's a sister that works customer service named Tamika. She'll fight anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a sister that like working at Western Union. She ain't having it.
Imagine having that job, dealing with that every day.
Nobody at the Brooklyn Center Walmart like it there. They're just there for a check.
Yep.
Or try to pursue their Spotify or rap career. You know what I mean?
Well, Doug, I wanted to say. Talking about a job that you couldn't believe having. There was someone that was talking about working at the 1-800 number for Ancestry. Picture those phone calls. She said people would call, hey, I have a technical issue. Yeah, it says this is my dad, but it's not. And they deal with that all the time. Isn't that crazy?
Ancestry DNA.
So that's where you go. They take your blood, and then it shows you your family tree. And what what percentage you are of things, and it will connect you with other families. Well, there's people that will go, and then they didn't have technology years ago, but now will say that their parent isn't their parent, or their grandpa isn't their grandpa. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
I kind of want to do that
having
thing.
to explain that to someone.
Yeah, you know Pookie ain't your real father. Sorry, JJ. Your real dad's your Uncle Jimmy out there working on that Cadillac in the back.
Exactly. Well, when you believe something your whole life, then you go and take a test and they tell you you've just been believing this lie, there's going to be a lot of denial and anger and a whole bunch of mixed feelings coming in with that.
Yeah. I wish a woman would try to put a kid on me like, boo, you ate that.
Yeah.
You ate that. I turned your mouth into a daycare center that night. You ate that. You ate that. That baby ain't got my eyebrows.
Yeah. Have you tried any dating apps at all, Freddie? You should flex the podcast on there if you were.
I mean, I tried Tinder, but Tinder. It feels like you pretty much know everybody on Tinder because Minneapolis is not that big. It's not. It's not, especially if you like.
Well, what do you have? What do you have your age limit and range set to? Like me, I was trying to max them out, so I did fucking 18 to 60, maxed out the age, fucking maxed out the age limit. But I didn't want to drive that far. I was about to drive 3 hours, so I did an 18, 60 for the age, and maybe like an hour long drive at the most.
Yeah, I might have to.
Age is just a number, dude.
Freddie, I'm curious. What are your swipe lefts? Like, what are your like non-negotiables? Instant swipe left.
Instant swipe left. My instance, when I was on, I'm not on any dating apps now, but just the grammar in the profile.
Ooh,
the grammar.
Oh, you're a big grammar. Like if they use the wrong there.
I'm not a big grammar person, but it's just like if I see it and if they spell cat with a K, be like, bitch, we're done. We're done.
Horoscopes. If they have the horoscope on there,
or if they have like the crystals, like some women are big into those crystals. I don't get it.
What's your horoscope sign?
I'm a Libra.
You're a Libra. Okay, balance the scale.
Yeah, trying.
Well, Libras are good with words too, so that's interesting that you do podcasts because
I'm a Libra, but yeah, that's a swipe left. That's a spelling cat with a K. Another one is just if they just talk too. I have seen profiles that women just talk about their work, like, oh, I do this for a living and this. It's like
they're all about status.
It's all about status. Yeah. It's all about status. Just keep it real. Just be like, hey, my name's Molly. I like to get fucked up at Slim's Patio on Sundays. Yep. Blah blah blah.
Shout out Slim's Patio. R.I.P. Slim's Patio. Also,
it's closed.
It's been closed. Yeah, they didn't reopen up. Nope.
That was my spot back about 2 years ago.
Yeah, Slim's Patio's closed. Chino Latino's closed.
I can't believe that Chino Latino closed. Man.
The place that I worked at for 4 years though is still there. Williams Pub and Peanut Bar.
Shout out to Tad at Williams.
Yep,
man.
Williams is still fucking there.
Man, Williams is holding it down there. But man, rest in peace to Slim's. I love Slim's Patio. Yeah. Then all the black clubs on Sundays start closing down, and it'll start migrating. Then Slim's Patio turned into Nigga Central, and I had to be gone, dog. I'm like, I'm just here to drink vodka.
You can't
Red
do
Bull.
the hood shit.
Yeah. I don't do the hood shit. Not anymore, man. I'm too old for it, man.
I feel ya.
The closest hood shit I want to do is watch Menace to Society. Where every time I see Kane in that 5.0, I'd be like, oh, look at them rims. Yeah. Still to this day. Look at them rims. And then I go outside and look at my Ultima like, man, I should put some shit on that.
Do you have subs in your car?
Nah, I have factory.
You used to, though.
Everybody,
I know I used to have subs.
When I got my first car, $700, I got the grocery getter, saved up some money from when I was excusing everybody's attendance. Went to Audio King, got 2 15s in the back.
Yup.
Trunks
is rattling, but you don't give a fuck because everyone's looking at you. Official Don't Josh Me says, what up, Freddie? Thanks for joining in, brother. CTV Radio. Messed up teeth and bad hair, instant swipe. Yeah, I would say teeth is probably the biggest thing. No one can fuck with someone who's got bad teeth. Like, you can be very attractive, but if your teeth are fucked up, it's tough to get through.
No, just about some mouth guards. Just about some mouth guards.
Yeah. just pop a grill in there.
Hey, yeah. I ain't spoiled. I just want a woman with teeth nowadays. I ain't spoiled. Fuck that.
Do women have that? Because I've seen before, like, people have shown me, they literally say things, you better not this, you better not this, you better not this. Like, that's your opening statement to the world is saying, you better not have problems. You better like my dog. And it's like, why would, that's like your opening thing of art. And like, think about how nitpicky someone is. If their opening is already saying, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this.
I mean, I have seen some Trump, no Trump supporters. It's like, damn, all right. I mean, I'm not a Trump supporter.
Is that a swipe left for you? Someone who's a Trumper?
Well, I mean, I'm all for engaging conversation. So, I mean, we don't have to agree on everything, but come to like a happy medium. Yeah. Like we can't be like too far left, you know?
Yeah, it can't be too far right either. Yeah. I don't vote personally. I didn't vote. I don't know. I feel like that's the thing that I can do to say fuck you to kind of both sides, you know what I mean? And not support either one, you know? I have a lot of, like, my girlfriend, she's very far Democratic, and my parents are very Democratic also. But I have a lot of friends that are very, you know, conservative, and I appreciate that I can hear, you know, get advice from both sides. Because I do agree with things on both. You know what I mean? They each have things, like, they're doing things right. Yeah. But it's a shame that I feel like nowadays, though, it's like the left, I'm going to call out the left out, they're the cancel culture people. Oh, yeah. More so than the right is. Like, they don't like, at least people on, like, most people on the right, they're willing to sit down and have a conversation with you and hear you out. And even if they can agree to disagree, a lot of people on the left can't do that.
No, they can't. They still want to push their terms on you. Like I said, I don't have to agree with everybody. Yep. But like, if we come to like a happy medium, like what, like if me and you like disagreed or something, all right, I'm not afraid to sit down and have like an engaging conversation. I don't do all that back and forth on Facebook or Instagram. Like, you think different, so I hate you. Yeah. Oh, you disagree? Let's sit down and actually talk about it like adults.
That's what, like, if I say the sky's blue, someone says the sky's green, and I say sky's blue, and they say it's green, be like, okay, that's fine. Like, I don't. Some people just don't have the intellect to look at other people's perspectives or to think anything of that, and then it's like, okay, your fault if you. And
like I said, first of all, let's get back to social media. Yep. I'm not gonna put this person's name out there, but their spouse was cheating on them, and they decide all that in their comments. And
like the person who was getting cheated on, the person that was cheating,
the person that was getting cheated on, okay, and all that. It was a coworker of mine. Okay, so she put like yeah. Well, she don't work there no more. Shannon, we all read your post on Facebook at work. Yeah. So
okay, I'm sorry. That's really interesting though. Like, I know it's not professional, but I love when people's drama's on because that's so fucking.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. Shannon's post had 300 comments, and I was taking a shit, and I was on the toilet
for a long time
because
you're fucking wiping for the 8th time.
Man, the dude was like sleeping with like her sister's friend, and her sister didn't tell her, and it was screenshots being shared, and I'm on the toilet like, God damn, like it was 300 comments. And then the guy chimed in like, bitch, what the fuck you going in my phone? And she was like, fuck you. You shouldn't be sleeping with my sister's friend. Yeah. And by the way, when I see my sister, it's going to be problems. Her sister got on, bitch, I didn't do anything. I didn't know. Yeah, you did because I got the screenshot of your message. Yep. Boop. She uploaded that shit. I was like, I like stood up in the toilet like, hello, oh shit. But I had to sit back down because shit was coming out. But some people, y'all need to keep y'all shit off social media. But at the same time, I love it. Yep. Because that shit, I was taking a shit and I was on the toilet for like an hour.
I bet.
Just reading.
Everyone's posting the Michael Jackson popcorn.
Yes, you know that's what it was. Yeah. Just the Michael Jackson popcorn or the guy pulling up the chair. Yep. Like, I don't know what happened after that, but Shannon, we read your shit at work, and thank you. You don't work with us anymore because you got fired.
She got for that though. See, I don't know if you should get. I feel like you shouldn't get fired for something you do on social media.
She didn't get not for. So she got fired for other stuff. Okay, but that post was fucking fire. Like,
baby, how often when we're in public and people are fighting do I get all excited? I'm like, oh my gosh, come here! There's people fighting. Let's listen. I get so excited about it. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is. Like, especially when you hear that. First of all, when you're a man and woman fighting, the dude never looks good. The dude never looks good fighting in public. That's true. Guys, just shut the fuck up. We never, no matter what.
Everyone is going to take the chick side,
the girl
no matter what.
Like, nobody's going to take a man's side for shit.
Even if she beating your ass.
Yes. Yep. The girl.
Oh, you deserved it somehow. Yeah, it's always you deserved it and your fault somehow.
Yeah, the girl could come up and slap the shit out of you and call your mama a bitch.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be some people like, what that guy do to that girl for men to make her slap her?
Yes.
The guys just walk away.
Yeah.
I don't argue. I walk away. And let's talk about Jada and Will, man. She's making Will look fucking bad, man. I'm sorry. She's making my guy Will Smith. First of all,
she cheated on him. No, okay. Give me the full story. Did they have a mutual agreement to kind of start seeing other people? From my
they had an entanglement. Yeah. What kind of bullshit is that? An entanglement? Yeah, nah. She ain't in there. If she was in my family, the women in my family would have whooped that bitch's ass. First of all. Coming out talking about, bitch, what the fuck is it? My mom would have called my aunts. We would have got my female cousins. Jada would have had her ass whooped. Yeah. You ain't going to embarrass. I mean, if anybody going to embarrass any family member, it's going to be us that do it.
Right.
You ain't going to come on national TV and embarrass Freddie Joyce. Not no female with all the family females I got in my... Oh, hell no. We got bail money saved for instance like that. But yeah, entanglement, nah. She's making Will look bad, dog.
But did Will get it in with anyone?
I don't know, but I do give him props because he haven't said anything. He's taking the higher road, which I commend him because I can do that now, but not in my 20s.
Yeah, see, that's rough though. See, I want to know the beginning of it because we hear each side of the story, right? So they all together, they wanted to break up and go experiment with anything. I'm actually watching. I'm watching You right now on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have ever checked it. You two should watch it. It's pretty cool. Anyone
It's in my queue.
I didn't like season 1 was okay, but season 2 was amazing, and I just started season 3.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it. This thing isn't a sport.
Do you like 3 as much as 2 or no?
There's some things I like about it that more. I'm not done with it yet. One thing I'll say, it's not too much of a spoiler. They brought COVID into it. And they're kind of bashing people that got vaccinated and kind of making things a little political. To me, TV is kind of an escape, right? And You is a made up show. And I didn't like how they're kind of bringing people who are getting vaccinated and not getting vaccinated, and they're talking about COVID in this made up show because it's you hear enough about that shit every fucking day.
Yeah,
it's you know what I mean. I want to watch Netflix show and not fucking hear about it, and you guys bought it into this made up show. It's all completely fiction or not fiction. I don't know what the fuck. I think fiction's made up. Correct me if I'm wrong,
man.
Yeah, but no, there was a quote in there. There was a quote in that line where it goes, if you're a swinger, that's the last lifeline for your marriage. If you're willing to try out swinging. You know what I mean? That's what I kind of relate that to was Will and Jada, did they have that thing going on? They weren't connecting physically anymore or anything like that. So they're hey, let's... maybe going out and seeing other people that will I understand the thinking behind it. If you've been with your girl for a long time and that flame's kind of put out, well, maybe if you guys go on your own way and you see her and she sees you with another person, that reignites that flame again. Oh, fuck that. You know, that's my man or that my girl.
When I look at my husband, and I don't care if it's I can't have enough life experience.
Yeah.
So the thought of
but can you see how other couples though? Because I think a majority of couples though, you have kids, you get married, 5 years, you ain't that same connection isn't there anymore until you see someone else treating your girl or treating your man how you should be.
Why get married if you guys are going to do the swinger thing? That's not it. Second of all, swinging sounds cool till somebody you don't want to fuck pulls your car keys. Whose keys are these? Thank you, ugly bitch. I'm going home.
Yeah, you know? And some dude just some dude's plowing your girl harder than you ever could. You're God damn it.
But it's but if you feeling that way in a relationship, you got to keep the relationship fresh. You know, tell your partner you love them. Hell, women buy the man flowers sometimes, you know. Yep. Sometimes us man wants a flower.
Oh, bring us some Applebees. Bring us some jalapeno poppers.
One thing that can make things really fun that people should try is you can be
what characters have you become?
Okay, I'll just tell. Okay, so
too many. She says too many.
Okay,
is she making you put on costumes and shit?
No, not costumes, but one of them is Deshaun, and he came to fix my tire, and he's from Chicago. And I'm
he's got his mechanic uniform on, it's all greasy and oily and shit.
And I'm Ashley, and I'm the slut of the white trash community, but I've never fucked a black guy.
And you live in a trailer park,
aka Smashley.
I don't know if we live in a trailer park, but then there's one where he's the king. and I'm
The
locked.
toxic king.
No. He's like the king of like the palace, and I'm locked in a room because I'm a sex slave, and the only time I can leave is to please my master.
Oh man. Okay. All right.
And then,
Couples, take notes if you're listening.
salute.
Take notes from these two if you're
Take
listening
notes. You
can
right
never,
now.
like,
How to
it's
keep
so
things
much-
fresh.
and then one of them, remember, was that the one you're
Hy-Vee.
trying to give? Oh yeah, my favorite actually is Vince, who's the Hy-Vee manager, and he's chill as fuck because he got me hired. He
Wait,
smokes,
so
he
you
smokes.
role played off of a real person?
No,
Okay,
he's
wait.
Vince.
Just make it up.
Oh,
They have
okay.
names.
A
They have names.
Hy-Vee manager.
No, but he's so cool. He's so cool. Like
Hy-Vee
he's
got the best
Hy-Vee
fried
manager.
Chinese food out there.
And then I was like, how do I do the drug test? It's like, don't worry about. But then there's some other girls that he's kind of talking to at Hy-Vee, and then there's drama. Like there's a lot to this. There's a lot to this, but it makes it like, how could you ever? You know what I mean?
No, there's a lot of ways
Get
to keep
bored.
things fresh, and like
Yeah, you
if
gotta
you're
keep it fresh.
if you're resorting doing a Will and Jada, like if you're willing to do that to save your like it's over. Like
One
you
of-
know what
one
I
of
mean?
the-
Like it's over. Don't even like that's only gonna make things worse.
One of the things I used to do, and guys, you can have this. I'm giving this away. This was a trick. I was this was way back. I want to say 2015. I was dating this girl. We would make the commute because she lived in Rochester. I live here, but every time she would take a shower at my place, I would grab the towel and throw it in the dryer, and then just give it to her after she got out the shower.
Oh, so she had a nice
So
warm
she had a nice warm towel,
Okay,
you know?
damn.
Yeah, y'all can have that one. Y'all can have that one. You know, I gave that one for free. But yeah,
You can buy his book for
yeah, you can buy my book $59.95 plus shipping and handling. You know. But yeah, that's one of the things. Yeah, you gotta keep the relationship fresh and let your partner know that they're appreciated. You know, and keep the lines of communication open. I feel that's one thing. I kind of felt that in my last relationship. Like I thought I was a good communicator, but I wasn't good at
Excuse me.
giving it out. I guess communication wise, because
Or maybe articulating it.
articulating
Yeah.
it, you know. But you live and you learn, you know. We went our separate ways. I don't hold any grudges. Life is too short to hold on to that. You know, you live and you learn. You know?
One of the biggest things that we've done is, and it's crazy music, and we.
Well, I know he's toxic.
No, I
don't
was
kid.
too, but
I
literally,
know. I was
like,
giving him shit.
can I be honest? I'm not.
You're
it's
probably
like
more toxic than he is, even though he's toxic king.
Well, probably. It is like painful for me right now to be this far. Like that's like he'll leave for 5 minutes and my soul will be like, oh my God. We don't fight. Sometimes we get in minor disagreements, but this is what happens. One listens and then, or we say, hey, what are your needs? What are your needs? Like those, what are your needs? Those 4 words can change a relationship. What do you think about that, baby?
Yeah,
What do you think has made things?
like I mean,
Well, and one of the big things is we made a decision when we got married after New.
Okay, it was a month. I thought it was 2 weeks, but yeah, so.
No,
Yeah, he
I
said
got his
2
name
weeks.
tattooed after 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
What's more intense? Getting married after 2 weeks or a name tattoo after 2 weeks?
I don't know.
Probably the tattoo, I would say.
No, getting married
But
though.
no, I don't
committing your
know.
life. But
But no, props to you guys for that. There's probably a lot of people that hear that word or they would judge. Like, if it feels right,
Right,
it
do
feels right. That's
This is
all
the
that
thing,
fucking
though.
matters.
This is
Like
the
if
thing.
you're like feeling that someone that much and you're in love with them. Like I moved in with girls pretty quickly and people gave me a hard time for that, but like it felt right. You know what I mean?
If it
As
feels
long as
right,
it
do
feels right in here, dude, fucking go for it. Pull the trigger on it. Like,
we made a decision because we only knew each other for a month, and if we're gonna do this, the D word is not an option. There might be things you find out about me. There might be things I find about you. We told everything about each other's past, which is crazy because he's so honest. And we made a decision that no matter what, breaking up isn't an option.
the same way.
We're going to get through this.
can I ask, are you guys' like parents still together or? Because I'm the same way. Like my parents are still together. I'm very lucky that they are. But to me, like when I have that same way. Like when I get married, like the D word divorce, it ain't happening. We're gonna sit down and work through it no matter fucking what. I see my parents argued. They bickered at each other all the time, but they stuck it out. They always worked it out, and they've been together for 30 plus years now. For whatever, being married
that's
too.
different.
Like
we're sorry to cut you off. We don't have
No,
that
you're good.
nowadays because some people are quick to leave because the person sneezed wrong.
as soon
or-
as it gets
Exactly.
a little bit tough, they want to leave.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you got to stick it out. Like I don't believe in divorce, so hopefully I can find what you guys have, and but yeah, I don't believe in divorce. I'm just because something is going tough doesn't mean you got to tuck tails and run. You got to stick it out.
yeah.
Struggle, people. I love
Love is
sometimes
hard
I
work,
struggle.
dude.
Yeah.
Like love is very hard work long term.
Nowadays, that's the problem with people. So nowadays, Tinder and all the other apps like that, and even like Instagram and stuff. The minute you're right, someone sneezes wrong, they go, okay, I'll find someone else then. The littlest thing. That's why, like me and him, anytime before when we were, talking about relationships, the littlest thing we'd walk away, and that's why we both decided, I don't ever want to lose you. You don't ever want to lose me. Let's do this and let's commit to that.
Yeah, that's awesome, and like I said, I applaud y'all, and I'm sorry that you guys got some on TikTok, about your relationship from country fed.
It's
whoever.
fucked up. They would never say that shit in person though.
No.
That's the shit that pisses me off the most about that.
Baby, anyone saying that to you?
No, anyone who's making fucking any racist comments, stupid ass, stupid ass comments online, like those are the biggest fucking pussies, like internet warriors. Because if they saw you guys out in public, they wouldn't even fucking come 10 feet of you.
No,
like
what's funny too is there's women saying like, oh, he looks like a player, he looks like whatever. So I made a video of like him with his like sexy selfies, and I said, he looks like a player. Me, I just don't see it. Because it's like duh, like of course he looks like that. Like, when you think I'm fucking, people think that I, look at him and, think he's perfect, but he's perfect to me. I love him, and I would never want anything different.
Like that Ed Sheeran, Ed Sheeran song.
No, he is all the cheesy fucking love songs. Can I say that thing or no?
I was gonna say
no, is that bad though? Is that fucked up?
I don't know. This featured you two. This featured you guys can say whatever you guys need to communicate.
Can you pull up online a picture?
Of who?
There's two people that we feel we are exactly like. The only way to describe it.
Is it like what's Instagram?
Just put on into Google.
Okay, I'm ready. What do you need?
Put in Abby and Brittany.
Abby and I'll pull it up over here.
This is babe. I don't.
Oh, okay. No, these girls are from Minnesota.
That is the only.
They are.
One time we took shroom tea. We're like, that's the only way to describe how we feel. That's how we feel about each other.
At the poorhouse
So I worked at Ruby. I used to work at Ruby Tuesdays in Roseville, Minnesota. It's connected to the Rosedale Mall. No, but they came in one time a long time ago when I was working. Are they still alive?
They're still around. I saw them at the poorhouse like a couple years ago. I was like.
Yeah, one night we took the shroom tea, and that's when we first discovered this, because I didn't know where my body started, his end, it was like that, baby. And after then we realized we're like, some people are like, we're like County, this and that. That's literally how we feel, baby. Is that how you feel about me?
That's awesome. That's really cute too.
But that's not bad though. I'm not making fun of that. I think they're great people.
No.
I'm not saying anything bad.
Yeah,
but that's literally how
you feel connected that way.
Like that.
That's awesome.
The best way to describe it.
That's awesome, man. Like I said, I wish you guys nothing but blessings and love, and keep it going, What
did you think when you first saw the TikTok? Because some people think we're fake. Your honest opinion.
My honest opinion, I was like, well, I didn't know you guys were married. Well, I was like, oh, she met a good guy. She seems happy. That's what I thought. Like, okay, I didn't really think nothing else of it, later on, but I was like, oh, okay, cool. You guys seem happy. From what I'm seeing right now in the room, it feels genuine, feels real. So hey, you have my blessings, I'll walk you down the aisle again,
a lot of things.
Well,
I was gonna say I don't like I'm all the time.
Kind of a dog like that. I'm the same way. I'm the bartender. All those like people who've been in the industry for a long time, you probably know because you worked at bars for like a little bit perverted. Like you just see a chick that's just remotely attractive, you just start thinking about eating her ass.
She was attractive because she got super wasted.
Yeah. But no, you see a chick that's remotely attractive, you always start thinking all these nasty thoughts or whatever. But like she made you fucking cancel all that shit out.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
What made you commit?
Put you on the spot. Let's go.
What made you think that? No, but people think, once you get married, it's actually
Well, I want to say something. So it is 7:50. So I do want to ask you guys. No, but I wanted you guys to finish that question. I know you guys got to get going, so I want you guys to finish that question. And then I want to, people in the chat, I want to open this up for any questions or comments you have for Freddy or anyone here. And then anything, Freddy, that you want to touch base on before we got to close it out.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm going to let you guys finish first.
Because I know you guys got to take off.
But we would do, I still want to do a pod with you and Angela, Gypsy.
What's up with my government name? What?
I know you didn't hear anything.
Why you be putting that business out in the street?
You guys didn't hear anything with Toxic King and Gypsy podcast coming soon. Just know that.
Yes.
If anybody need any cocaine and baby clothes, holla at your boy.
Yeah.
I'm a hustler.
But let's fire it back at you. So what made you want to commit to one person after such a short amount of time? And then Gypsy, you answer that same question when he's done. Yep.
Well, like I've never been, well, like she's saying,
Yes.
for us to us getting married, and that made me, I don't know, like
We have fun. We have fun. We were supposed to clean the house. Okay, we were supposed to clean the house because we were moving, and I was laughing because we were sitting down watching YouTube videos on Chicago slang, and while we were just ignoring. And the other day, what was it? A few weeks ago, we were in the Pan Express parking lot practicing our secret handshake. Who the fuck does that? We have so much fun with each other.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. When you guys are out in public and stuff and hanging out, yeah. You guys are that fun couple. You got couples that if they ask you to come on out, you don't want to hang out because you'll be third wheel. Yeah. But you guys are that couple that include that person. No, we're all going out and having fun tonight. You know,
we both balance.
I told you about Doug, exactly.
Yeah, I'm the
He's introvert.
Yep.
I'm extrovert. Yeah. I'm an extrovert. We it's yin yang. The ways he needs growth, I need growth. Well, and I just want to say one thing too. I spent the last 3 years since I got sober working on self-development, working on myself. We would not be where we are if that. So if there's people out there that want to find true love and a real good connection and they're having that, you have to work on yourself first.
Yep.
Because if you don't work on yourself, you don't fix your own baggage, you're just going to give it to someone else and they're going to be fighting. We don't really fight. There's times and he's been good with it too, because lately, I don't know why I was been a little, but baby, you came up and he was like, listen, we're not going to do that. He's like, we're not going to do that.
Yep.
And that's amazing.
Just shut it down. We're not doing that today. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all.
That's all you need to say to avoid anything. Awesome. All right. Well, here. So we're open. I'm gonna leave a few minutes. Any questions or comments you guys want us to be out in the chat? Don't Josh be says, glad I tuned in. Spot on about marriage. Tough it out. It does get better again.
Oh,
appreciate it, brother.
Yes.
I know. Eddie, I'll leave it open for just a few minutes for any other questions or comments you have. And in the meantime, Freddy, man, thank you for coming on here again.
Thank you
Congratulations, dude. I love to get you back on here. You're welcome anytime you want, brother.
Yep. I gotta get you guys on my platform too. So
any last things that we didn't touch base on? Any last shout outs? Talk about Freddy's World Season 3 coming up. Anything you'd like to say before we close it out?
Well, like I said, I'm starting season 3 tomorrow. I got my boy Josh Taylor coming. He's also sober now. He doesn't get anything. He wrote kind of like a memoir, and it's going to be on Amazon to buy. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but it's going to be on Amazon January 2022. Hopefully, things I got coming up. Hopefully, my shout out to Book again. He's coming up here to go to shoot a movie. Hopefully, you can get me a spot in there. I just need to be in the background somewhere, trying to extend my range.
Yep.
just want to tell everybody thank you. I couldn't done this without you guys.
Yeah.
I feel me being on the top 100 for Apple Podcasts is bigger than me. This is a great movement for Minnesota podcast in general.
Absolutely.
The grind doesn't stop. The grind never doesn't stop. I got to work twice as hard because I want to be in that top 50 now.
Yeah. And then you want to be in the top 10. Yes. And then you want to be top 5, and then you want to be 1.
Can I add something to that? You can be attest to this. Every new level requires a different. So the Freddy that was in the top 100 is going to be the Freddy Freddy that So just keep working hard.
Yes, and I'm just gonna give a couple of shout outs again. Shout out to the boys in the Dale, my roommates. Love you guys. I'm Biggie again. Without this whole podcast thing, without you, it wouldn't have started. My family. Shout out to my mom. My mom's my biggest. Shout out to my girl JW. You know who you are. You gave me so much inspiration and you taught me things about myself. Just shout out everybody that's subscribed and just been loving the podcast. Even the haters, thank you as well.
They probably deserve the biggest thank you, actually.
Yeah. Thank you guys as well for telling me I couldn't do it or you guys laughed at it. Now, how you like me now?
Exactly.
And you guys can come on my podcast too and we can hatch it out,
I love that, man. I'm excited to see you grow and see chatting more with you, doing more pods with you in the future, dude, and just collabing with you, seeing where Freddy's world goes, seeing where Doug Life goes, watching you two go as a couple, man. I'm really excited to just learn from you guys and, grow all together. And I just want to do cool things with cool people. I'm surrounded by a bunch of cool people right now. So I want to do special thanks to all you guys coming over here. Toxic King, man. Nice to finally meet you, brother. You got the coolest fucking nickname.
Yeah,
so hold on. Doug, we're at like 820,000 views on our TikTok. How long do you think it will take to get to 1 million? Do you think by
probably the end of November?
End of November.
End of November. End of November.
All right.
And I'd say that's being conservative. End of November.
Right. Isn't it? I know. I looked at him like, babe, this is fucking crazy. We just literally posted and it started going crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I gotta get on that TikTok bandwagon. I don't have a TikTok.
What?
Yeah, I don't have a TikTok.
You could take like funny clips and.
Yeah.
I'll
help you, dude. Like I said,
stuff.
You let me know if you need any help with softer and TikTok and shit, dude. I know where you don't have to spend any money and shit like
well, I'm
that.
not gonna watch it tonight. Once I get home, I'm gonna hop on Netflix and watch that Regina Carina. Now I'm gonna watch that cowboy show that Regina King just produced and directed with Idris Alba. I gotta look it up now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, CTV Radio says, I love this show. Great job. Thank you, man. Appreciate you tuning out this whole time, man. And thank you for everyone who stuck it out the whole time, everyone who was in and out. These two gotta catch a flight to Vegas, so we're gonna have a hard close right now. But thank you all for all the support. And I choose the Doug Life. The Doug Life chose me. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Oh, yay. I'm so happy.